the light to people everywhere.
You need to believe that you are going to be sitting in these seats up here with SPDs. You just have to choose to partake.
Believe in yourself and go make it happen.
Disney is going to take second place to where the magic's going to happen. Because it's going to happen right here in this room with these people, because you are going after your dream.
Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go!
Man, we are so fired up. Anybody out there got a dream? Has anybody got a dream? Come on.
This is it. Go!
I want you to go out and start dreaming again.
Every day you wait and you procrastinate, it's a possibility that you could not win. The more you procrastinate, get over your fears, get over whatever issue it is. If you got a fear, you got to start reading, working on it. You got to break through. You got to get home and get your butt in gear and work it. When they start seeing you work it, it will be a complete game changer in your business. A complete game changer.
What we have in the belief in this system we have here is we don't equip salespeople. We equip people how to win by sharing better.
Don't listen to your thoughts that are telling you negative things. Speak to yourself. I can do this. I can talk to that person. These two small kids from West Texas have stepped on every continent because of this industry. This is our 40-minute all-expense paid trip because you've got to see the end from the beginning. There's hope in this little, tiny, amazing, magical patch. And there's hope in this opportunity. And we all have it in our hands.
You cannot have come here and leave the same. This was an investment in yourself. This was an investment in your business.
My boys will see this beach before they're 30 years old. So I started pre-framing. I believed it so I could see it. I could see my boys on the mountain. I could see my boys on the beach. Sometimes it's just one moment, like on a mountain, or one moment on a beach. But then there's other times when it's layers of conviction that get you to a point where you finally see something bigger.
LifeWave truly is one of the best in direct selling. A winning combination that I fully expect will continue to set records and exceed expectations. I believe you're in the right place at the right time. I wish all of you are able to achieve the dreams of your success as you go forward. And then I just finally ask, why not you? Why not now? I look forward to watching LifeWave another 20 years. Thank you. God bless.
They are world champion leaders in this industry. There is no one like them. They are the strongest teamwork you will ever meet. And best of all, you can trust them. Did you hear me? You can trust them. They have your best interest in mind.
What I'm telling you is, you've been praying for an opportunity. God sent it to you. What are you waiting for? Get out of, I'm gonna tell you what's holding you back. It's you, my friends. You're overthinking it. You're thinking too much of what about people think about you. And you know what? People don't think about you that much. All right? Get out of your own head, guys. Get out of your own head.
Get ready for it.
We needed to get to 200,000 points. We had to pull at 70,000 points. 70,000. Some of you are trying to get to 10. Senior director, that's a walk in the park. Okay? So we had to pull 70,000 points out, you guys, in a short window of time. I'm talking 15 days. And guess what? On the 15th day, bam! We just like that.
You were created with power and purpose. And if you're married, your spouse needs you strong. If you have kids, your kids need you strong, okay? If you're in a relationship, your partner needs you strong. Your community, the world needs you strong. So if you believe that this is it, stand up and make some noise.
If you don't jump on board with LifeWave, what else you going to do? I guess you could ask your boss to double your paycheck. If you have your own business, maybe you could work twice as hard. That probably won't work either because you're probably already doing that. This is your chance to get financially free. There's not another opportunity to plan this good. Don't miss it. Cindy and I invested $1,600 in this business 24 months ago. Now we're earning over 1,000% ROI per week.
Highs and lows. You have to be really good at managing highs and lows in this business, because if you look back over your career, if you really do something for 30 or 40 years, you remember good times and bad times by years, sometimes even decades. And so you got to get after it, and you got to go fast, and you got to just create momentum as fast as you can, and then just power into it.
The most powerful thing you can do is create curiosity. You never just want to put it all out there. You want people to come to you and say, hey, what is that? What are you doing? What is that patch? What does it do? You want people to wonder, and you want them to ask you. I'm so excited. I've got my hands on something that nobody else has. It's super unique. It's not a Me Too product, and not hair care, not skincare, not supplements, not makeup. There's zero competition, and everyone with a heartbeat needs this technology.
What's the problem with this phone? Well, the problem is your belief. But before you got in this business, you're like, hey, Bill, hey, you want to go play golf? But now you get on the phone and you're like,
Terrified.
hello.
What do you see in the opportunity that offers a promising alternative?
So much. Time freedom, financial freedom, the fact that we actually share hope with people, the fact that we're impacting people all over the world. Here we have team. And so it depends on our team's performance, and together everyone is achieving more.
You have the perfect storm of opportunity, and if you don't take advantage of it, you're going to lose.
Right. Why do you believe everyone here should take this opportunity seriously?
I think it's inspired by God.
Wow. Wow.
I don't think it's coincidence that we're using light to heal people.
When someone starts having success, people start trying to duplicate or copycat. Tell us what you've done and seen in your research.
I've done the research on them, and I mean, I've used them. It's not the same. No one on the planet, like I said, has something like this.
It's now or it's never.
And so what I love about the X39 is that it works throughout the body. It's not one specific organ, one specific region, one specific joint or anything. It's systemic.
Get ready for it.
This patch is amazing. It makes you smaller, more attractive. I was like, David, is that really fair? If I get any more attractive, will I have any friends? He said, it's okay, Karen.
Guys, we talk about a lot of money, right? And I said, Virginia, if we make any money, I'm going to take you shopping. And we made our first check, and it was real nice. And as we were pulling out, this guy come running out, and he said, hold up. And I said, what do you need? He said, Mr. Monk, next time you come here, you can park in the Dollar General VIP spot.
I think of memories of our kids, of our grandkids, of my parents, the beach, a home. You know, we gave up that dream home, and it crushed us. I'm gonna be honest. It took us 1.5 years to build that home. Put us in such a financial hole, but I never thought that we'd ever get it back again. But I'm here to tell you that in this room, dreams are being reignited. A part of me died. My baby, who was completely normal, who spoke, who looked at me when I spoke to him, lost it all. My son would bang his head on the floor over and over and cry for hours. He was sick, and I had to do what I had to do to help him. So I went aggressively. I said, you know what? We're going to fix this, because this will not be your story, Alexander.
This will not be your story, Alexander.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to remember all of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice.
As much as I would love to play that whole video, we got some stuff to cover today. Oh my goodness, welcome, welcome, welcome to Next Level Training. So great to see everybody on here. So Brendan's on here. He's going to help me out today with a couple different things, and which I really appreciated. Great seeing Bella and Ned, and iPhone 2 always shows up. I love iPhone 2. Rudy and Hilda is on here too. So we got some great things that we want to share.
Rudy's going to be sharing.
Yeah, Rudy's going to be sharing as well, which is kind of cool. Some amazing things. Johan, great to see you. Linda, always great to see you as well. Shanaz, awesome. So again, we're having this recording, and then again, Ricardo, I could go on and on, other people on here, Carmen. So we're super excited to have you guys on here today, but most importantly, we've got some amazing things to share. So let's get started. We're going to talk about some different stuff and have a lot of people share some different things. A couple things that I want to make sure, it's going to go right to this. I know to do this. Hold on a second. Pause. There we go. So let me go to the next things here. So there we go. So we got the training today. I have no idea what that is. It just came on my screen. How do I X out of this? There we go. So the biggest part to this is that that for us, we're part of the This Is It team. We're part of the most amazing team in the world. If you've been to the convention, you saw anything online, you know this is a massive team. We're about 600,000 strong, about to be 1 million strong. I was wearing this shirt underneath my shirt when I did this. I was going to wear this during the opportunity meeting, but I didn't want anybody to get turned off. Go, what is that? So the cool thing about this is, again, we work with Stephen Gina Merritt, with Ken and Diana Burke, also with Joyce, and then my wife and I have been working with them for about almost 3 years now, which has been absolutely amazing. 3 years have been gone like this, and the lifestyle is tremendous today. So the fun part about this is we're going to be talking about some cool things, but really the biggest thing is we're going on a path up the mountain. I keep on showing this because this is where we're going. We're going to the top of the mountain, taking all you with us. So this is next level training. We're going to go over some business basics, how to contact, utilizing the new video, how to utilize things, why we do certain things the way we do them. We're going to be talking about very specific subjects, and really some of the new tools. The This Is It action plan, which just came out. We got this at the function. It's going to be available at the store in a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about this. The online store is going to be available, which is very, very cool. We're doing, obviously, a study of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. I'm talking more about that as well. And, of course, we're going to be talking more about the cruise. It's going to be awesome. So be able to qualify for the cruise. So, Ben, do you want to say anything real quick before we kind of get things launched?
Yeah, just want to say this is next level coaching. So this is for those who say, you know what, like we heard from Stephen Gina Merritt, is, don't sit where you're at. Keep moving on. Because in order to get your team moving up, you need to move up. That's the only way, because the speed of your team is the speed of the leader.
Yeah.
And so you decide how fast you want to go, you decide what it is that you want, and you're going to see your team move on. So I just want to encourage you. This is for everybody. It's so doable, so easy, nothing difficult about this at all. But we just want you to stay engaged, and we want to share what we know. And what we're sharing is what Steve and Gina have shared with us.
Absolutely, 100%. We're not sugarcoating anything. We're telling people this is what it takes. And so the thing is, here's me at the top, and here's Meta pulling up the next person to get to the top. So it's pretty cool what we're doing here. But really, the dream is to dream big and thrive in 2025. And this is the year of acceleration. I found a video. I don't know if someone sent this to me or if I just came across my feed, but it's a video. Imagine being in a pole position in a race, and you've worked your butt off. You got one of the top spots in there. And all of a sudden, as they start taking off, your motorcycle dies. And now you've got all these people passing by you. So watch this video, because a lot of people think, well, I don't know if I can be on the cruise. It's already, the third week into, we got 9 weeks left. Well, you can play catch up. Watch this video and watch how this guy catches up. It's pretty amazing. here he won the race, finished the race. He was all the way in the back because this thing stalled, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish that matters. A lot of people look at this and they go, I don't have a whole lot of points on the board for the Bahamas cruise. It doesn't matter. There's 9 weeks left, and we're going to talk about strategies and how to get on this cruise. We've qualified for every contest they put in front of us, and guess what? We're qualified for this one. We can help you do the same. We're going to be bringing 100 brand partners and their spouses or significant others with them. So we're going to have 200 people personally on our team. So what do you think we're going to want to do? We want to help you get to the finish line and be on the cruise with us, which is pretty cool. So what we're talking about today is this Acceleration 2025 strategies to accelerate this business basics. We're going to be talking announcements, the new incentives of cruise, and the 10 new countries opening. We're going to be talking about that specifically, but the recognition, again, talking about, once again, the next level, the results and wins for the week, because people that came off the next level, they're getting results. They're sponsoring people like this. You know why? Because their belief is through the roof, because they now go, oh my goodness, this is bigger than I thought. And they're calling people going, this is bigger than big. This is too big to miss. You need to get involved with what I'm doing. We've had people that today are like, oh no, we need to get involved, which is pretty amazing. A 90-day run for strategies for success is basically the business basics. What we do daily determines where we're going to be in the future, right? So again, we want to do some recognition, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So you go ahead with this.
So we always like to recognize the people that are moving up the ranks, because it is important for us to know that everybody can do this. Okay, so we do have recognition today. You start off, first and foremost, in order to get recognized, you got to make a decision. You get started, and then you talk to 4 of your friends that you know you like, and that you know like you in return and trust you. And you're going to share with them the most amazing technology that you've come to know of, because it's changing a lot of people's lives. So why would you leave them out? You share with them, they decide they're going to get started at the core package or above. And if you're on here, you know what that package is, and you know what the different packages are. They get started and they go on a monthly subscription. It is important, unless they start at the premium, and you know all about that as well. So you've got 4 people who said, yes, I'm in. I don't want to miss out. So they get started, 2 on the left, 2 on the right of your leg. You build a binary. We all know that it's 2 legs. And once you've got that structure in place, you are ranked a manager. A manager doesn't give you a title to go around managing people.
No.
It just opens you up to more compensation on the binary. And then what you do, because it doesn't stop there, we've learned, and you will hear a lot of the people, if you attended the convention, you heard a lot of people talking about become a manager making machine, okay? So what you're going to do is you're a ranked manager, but you don't want to stay there. You want to move on. So what you do is you help 2 people now get manager rank done. So you go in, you work with them. Who are they for? On each side, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Who are you for? Let's help you get them in. And then you add another core or above, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, and you're now ranked director. And that just opens you to more money on the binary. So all these levels just mean your paycheck every week gets bigger, okay? But what is happening is you're seeing other people on your team being blessed. They're getting a paycheck, and their paycheck is growing. So we help lift everybody up. The rising tide is raising all ships, and so we begin to at manager, we're going to recognize today, or are you going to show the other screen?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to recognize, and they're not on because they're in the all of them, this whole team is in the USA, and they're working right now. So Marielba Armengol is actually a new manager.
Yes, congratulations.
Under Angela. So Marielba is a doctor, signed up by Angela and Pablo. Pablo is a dentist in the business, and they're all part of Denise Velez's team, Denise Velez is one of our personals, all Spanish speaking. And do we know how to speak Spanish? No.
No habla español.
But we're just a little bit, but we're so fortunate to be a part of a team. This is a team, they're translating into 10, 11 different languages right now.
Yes.
So even though we don't speak Spanish, we're building a nice, big, strong Spanish team.
Yeah. And so the one thing that I don't have on here that I was hoping to have the slide on time, but I want you to think about this. They're going to be opening up, and we're doing a training today at 7 p.m. EST. We're going to be doing a recording of it. So you basically training people on this, but it's amazing the countries that they're opening up with. And so I want you to think about this for a second. So the countries they're opening in the next, could be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is, but they're basically, we now can personally sponsor them as brand partners with an address in the United States that's basically given by corporate to basically register them. So think about this. Who do you know that speaks Spanish, or know anybody who knows any of these countries? In Colombia, Panama, Peru, Dominican Republic, for us by Los Estados Unidos is very good, it's very close. So Dominican Republic, Guatemala, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Chile, and Argentina. And go through them one more time. Colombia, Panama, Peru, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, El Salvador, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Chile, and Argentina. One of the gals that just was on the meeting earlier, she's actually from Chile, and she said, she goes, I got a bunch of family there, I want to do that. So I just sent her the Spanish meeting for her to basically copy that and basically send it to people to say, make sure they know how to do that. You can utilize the This Is It info.es, and that's the Spanish one. They got the new 3-minute video on there, as well, which is huge. So that's one of the things we want to talk about. Is this, obviously that's a big announcement we just found out about. We found out from Denise. She told us about it. We're like, what? Why don't we know about it? So most of the people on this team don't even know about it. And so we're like, we're letting people know about it because it's something that is, available.
It's available to us, and we want to go and build in those markets. Everybody has stem cells there, right? So we want to make sure that they're activating.
Yep. And so a couple different other promotions that are going on right now that we want to let you know about. And again, if you know anybody that wants to get on the meeting at 7 o'clock today, we're going to be going over some of the different information. We're going to have consistent meetings about that because we're going to, millions of people in those countries are going to get involved in our team. I'm serious. So it's very, very exciting. I would rather have them on our team than somebody else's. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, so we're excited about obviously a lot of the other things that are going on. So right now there's also a contest. You want to talk about this?
So this is a promo for people who become managers. Like right now, Maria Alba, she's going to make $100 because she just ranked manager, and Angela is going to make the $50 because she's the personal sponsor of Maria Alba. So the company is offering, there's more money on the table, but this incentive actually comes to an end at the end of the month, 31st of August. So you still have time. If somebody on your team is 1 or 2 away from manager, and it's got to be a new manager. So it's not someone who was and now is ranking back up. So if they're 1 or 2 away from a manager, you want to get in there and help them to rank up. And it's your personal, you'll make some money, they will be making money, and they'll be happy. I mean, if the company's giving away $100, who doesn't want it? If we were going to hand you $100 right now, would you take it? You probably would, and if you don't, then but the truth is, if the money's on the table, you want to participate.
Absolutely. So again, it shows till August 31st. But wait, there's more. There's something else we want to talk about. Once again, we've been talking about this now for several weeks, but we're going on a cruise. And you've got to state that. You can say, I'm going on the cruise, but then you got to put the action behind it. If you just say, I'm going to sponsor a couple of people to be on the cruise, it's not true. So you have to put some activity behind it, and there's some strategies to this. So the one thing I want you to understand is they got the cruise tracker, and I'll show this one. It doesn't matter, but again, when you got the cruise tracker, basically you have the tracker here. I'm going to do this real quick. Take this off.
So the first thing you have to do if you want to go on the cruise is actually go and print the tracker.
Yep. And then
go and print the tracker.
And then next put in all your personals. So we got like 3 pages of personals that we're basically working with. And then what we start doing is start highlighting, where they're at, meaning as far as are they already a preferred customer? Or are they, but maybe they bought the core pack. If they bought the core pack, let's help them upgrade to the advanced pack because you earn points on these different things. So list down every single personal you have and have your team list all the single persons that you have. And then all the people you've been talking to, you list them down there too, even though you don't have, even if they're not signed up yet, it keeps a reminder of who you're talking to. We're talking to 5 people every day personally, right? And I'm doing 7 a day, right? But so whoever it is, if you're talking to 2 people today, put those names down here. And even if they're not interested, still keep their name in there. You might put a light line through their name, right? But if there's someone that's maybe interested, because once they sign up as a core, advanced, or premium, now they got the points right in there. So it's something, so on the actual recording, of This Is the This Is It team on Next Level. Andy and Mandy Hosier on Saturday, I believe it was Saturday night, did a training on that and how to fill this out. So I've already got mine filled out, basically of just at least the first page of all the people, and all the empty squares are basically where the chances are we can earn points helping them out. So if they're advanced, let's help them go premium. If they're managers, help them become a director. If they haven't gone manager, put a square around manager and let's help them go manager, right? These are all little things that make a big difference because those are a lot of points. One of the biggest things that people are missing out on right now, so if you became a manager and you're not ranked a manager anymore, you actually could earn 1 point per week by requalifying as a manager. If you're a director, but now you're back down to a manager and you basically want to be up to a director, get to director like now because you're going to get a point every single week. As SPDs, we got to qualify every single week as well. So we get 2 points per week. That's 22 points that we can actually earn by basically maintaining our rank. So some people go, well, I don't know. I'm like, stop. If someone says, I'm not sure about this, or I'm not sure about that, stop thinking that way. Say, how can I? As soon as you say, how can I, the way presents its way, and you basically start getting things happening. So strategy in this is really saying, what do I need to do to get as many points as possible? Because at 125 points, we're both getting airfare. Now, we could drive to Miami, but we're going to have first-class tickets from Sarasota to Miami because if they're paying for it, we're not driving, we're flying, right? So it's just kind of cool, the things that you can, things you can do, right? But it's pretty cool. So let me go back to this and just share this with you very quickly. We're going to go over this very fast, but there's a video that we have that basically talks about how to actually earn the points. And once again, there's a video. I'm not going to play the video today, but you can go into actually the This Is It team. I think you see the video on the This Is It team YouTube channel, but you can go to my YouTube channel, put in Greg Warmbier. You can find all kinds of videos in here from the boat to everything else. It's pretty cool, right? I'm not going to play these, but again, I got 3 videos I'm not going to play today. But again, we earn points. Our goal is to have everybody get 125 points because then you get 2 tickets on there and two airfares. But if you get 80 points, you get just one for Bahamas trip for one. You can pay for someone else to come with you, but why have you pay? Have LifeWave pay, like Steve Merritt says. Have David Schmidt write a check. We want to have him write the check for the whole trip, right? So that's our goal, is 125 for everybody. But again, people say, well, I just want to get to 80. No, get to 125. Run for this, then you'll hit these other ones.
It's no fun going on your own.
No.
You want to go there with your spouse or your friend or somebody that you want to bless. In all honesty, and then why not let them pay the airfare as well?
Yeah.
All the way from South Africa,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to fly you to Miami.
Yes.
And they're going to put you up at a hotel the night before, and then we're all going to embark on the cruise ship, and everything is paid for, all the fun, and we get
all
to
the food, everything's paid for.
Yeah, you're going to be able to taste absolutely everything that you want.
And they give
single hour
freebies
of every day. Yeah.
They give free things, but again, the only expense you're going to have is souvenirs, right? So, it's uncanny because they give you the actual excursions and all kinds of stuff. So once again, the trip date is the 8th through the 13th. So mark this off in your calendar. February 8th through February 13th is going to be in 2026. Mark this on your calendar and take that time off. Say, I'm requesting time off for my work. For those of you that are self-employed, you're going to tell your wife, we're taking this time off, and we're going to be taking time off for here. But the qualification period ends on October 19th. So we still have basically 2 months left. So we got 9 weeks left. 9 weeks.
Today.
Yes.
9 weeks from today.
9 weeks from today. So we can get it done.
So get some points on the scoreboard.
Mm-hmm.
And just know that there's points for everything. Are we going to go through this?
Well, just real quick. So you get 2 points for a core pack, 4 for an advance, 8 for a premium. You get 1 point for a customer. You also earn points by basically upgrading people. So again, if someone's already a core, let's use this one, core, they basically and they upgrade to advance, you get 2 points. If they go from core to premium, core to premium, you get 6 points, right? So once again, these are all points you can earn. It all adds up. Then again, by helping people go manager. Once again, so if you become manager, you get 10 points. If you become a director, you get another 15. That's 25 points there alone. And if you're already a manager and you go director, you get 15 points. If you're already a director, you go senior, you get 20 points, right? There's people during this contest, I guarantee they're going to go manager, director, and senior director. And leverage this when you're talking to people. When we talk to people, I do 3-way calls with people and say, hey, by the way, do you like the idea of free travel? They're like, what? I said, how's it to earn a free cruise? What do you mean? I'd love to take a free cruise. All of a sudden, their belief level goes, they're like, okay, so there's travel with this too? Yeah, free travel, which is kind of cool. But again, by you doing that, by breaking managers, you get 5 points, 7 points, 10 points by helping them. Our goal is that we're going to be breaking a senior president or director. That's going to get 25 points for that. But we're going to help people go executive during this contest. So these are all things that you can do, but it has a sense of urgency. Don't just sit back and go, yeah, I just don't know a lot of people. No, it's like all of a sudden you say, I'm going, then the ways will present itself. And again, we're not going to go over all of this, but maintaining
And you'll be
manager.
excited about
Oh my
what happens in your
Yes.
business.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
because now you're talking to a lot of people and they're getting excited. All of a sudden you've got this growing business where people are ranking up and all the excitement is there. It changes the trajectory of your own business is changed because you made a decision that you're going to get on that cruise ship, you know? So,
absolutely.
so LifeWave actually has a way of getting people activated by putting these incentives on the table.
Absolutely. So the last thing is that once again, I've been using also by promoting the functions and stuff like that. Watch the videos we have, like this Believe video I played at the very beginning of this. I want people to watch that video because it just builds belief. Now we're going to have a recap video that's going to come out from this last convention for next level, and it's going to be off the chain. That 3-minute video, and we're going to play that in a minute about that. But again, also get the tickets. If you haven't bought a virtual ticket basically to watch the replays, shame on you. No, but seriously, you should. If you're not doing that, then honestly, you're not serious about getting to the next level. You're not serious about doing this business. It's $135. I mean, it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm not going to go there. Anyway.
But anyway.
So anyway.
We're going to ask Rudy to share.
Yes, we are. So I was going to get to that right now. So that was the last thing I was going to say. So the last thing here is when you go to This Is a Convention, this is where you can buy the replay ticket here. You can also get your virtual ticket here, but we got people that are coming. Brendan just booked 2 tickets. So him and his girlfriend are coming to basically come into all, and we get other people all over the world that are coming. Annette and Robert, all these other people are coming. So we do tell people all the time, get your tickets in person because it's going to sell out like that. And then Unstoppable's coming soon. So with that in mind, so if you want to talk about, introduce Rudy, because we'd love for him to share what.
So you know, we had people share last week what nuggets they took away from the convention. There was so much being shared, and people heard things differently. And so we heard a few people sharing last week that were there in person, and I think we had 1 or 2 that shared that were there virtually watching. So I know Rudy said he would like to share. We've asked Rudy to share. He was attending virtually together with Hilda. And so Rudy, if you want to unmute, and if there's any one other person, I think we got time for one other person on here who did attend virtually. If you want to unmute and share with us what nuggets you took away.
Go ahead, Rudy. Yes.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. First of all, I just want to say, man, big thank you to Steve and Gina Merritt for doing such a tremendous job. I mean, you know, when you think about it, it was just the 2 of them starting by themselves 3 years ago. And look what they've already accumulated in you know, the groups, 27 millionaires crossing stage in 3 years' time. I mean, that's unheard of, you know, everything they've accomplished, but that definitely is a God-given gift, no doubt about it, and that we all get to be a participant in it. I want to thank also all the SPDs and the elites that came across and shared their stories and gave us gold nuggets, you know, from the time the virtual started, from the pre-show with Kevin and Emily Wilson. They were great, by the way. And through all Friday evening, all Saturday and Sunday, I just stood at my desk here and took notes, blown away by the speakers, blown away by David Schmidt, as always, because the guy has so much insight, so much heart. You know, he's got a lot of heart, no doubt about it. He's sharing his dreams, his visions with us. And so, I mean, I was looking over all my notes and I'm going, man, there's just too much to share. But what really influenced me the most was the Sunday service. You know, I mean, to attend that was phenomenal. But I was blown away by the testimonies of Danny McDaniels and his wife, you know, and then also Joe Navarro, to hear their stories, because sometimes we see you guys come up on stage and we think you got it all together. You have these perfect lives. You never struggled in anything in your life, you know, and you know, they cross stages, millionaires, and you think, hey, they never had problems. And then they get up on a Sunday morning and they tell what their lives are like. And I'm going, oh my gosh, Danny McDaniels has a phenomenal story. Blew me away. And I could relate to the guy because I could tell Hilda, that's me. That was me. prior to Christ in my life. And so, I mean, that really solidified it right there, as well as Pastor Ted. I tell you what, I enjoyed him. Being a minister myself, I love listening to pastors, ministers who really are excited about life. And I enjoyed him tremendously. And so, and then, of course, the new tools that we got, the action plan, as well as the new 3-minute video, which you guys are going to be discussing here. I mean, the tools are unbelievable that we get. And so overall, it was well worth, even with sitting at home virtually watching it, I enjoyed it. I got more than my money's worth, and I got all these gold nuggets to run with. But I want to thank you, Greg, you Manitou, for being such phenomenal people. We've known you guys for a number of years. We got great admiration and respect for you guys. So thank you for all you do for us, and thank you for your prayers, because you know that I came off of a massive heart attack, and I have struggled to get back to where I am today. But I'm here. Why? Because I listen to positive stuff. I listen to you guys. I listen to others pour into my life, and I just keep fighting every day. So thank you guys very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Rudy, for sharing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Rudy, for sharing. Appreciate it.
Yes. Great
is
insights.
there one other person who has 2 minutes just to share, either attended virtually or in person, that would like to share? Otherwise, we'll just move on and say, go watch the replay. Keep watching the replay. Write down all those nuggets. And you know what the other thing is they put it together because they want us to know what other people have done, what people are doing out there. The thing is to then go and implement, start activating, taking people's stories, testimonies, sharing that. What did they say? How did they say it? I mean, listen to Penny, the rancher, what she did, and she's only got like 600 people in her town. And then we say we don't have that many people. We don't know that many people. And she took advantage. Well, Joe Navarro encouraged her, and she listened to him, and she did what he told her to do. And Penny's not far away from elite. So you look at and you hear the story of these people, and she was going through a crazy divorce, lots of litigation, lots of stuff happening, life happening for her. So people, you hear these stories and they take away our excuses, right? So that's the reason why convention is important. That's the reason why it's important to engage.
Absolutely. And so what's great about this is, again, we encourage you to watch the videos. We're going to be basically teaching over the next 45, 60 days on the different things. This week we had a kind of a shift because of an idea that basically we've used this before and an idea like this before and actually created great success with it. And utilizing the 3-minute video that we have. And so the one thing that I want to make sure you guys understand, and I'm going to share this real quick, is that we have an opportunity to share this video with people. This very first video that's on here, which is very, very interesting. They do this, so I'm going to pause this. They're changing it so that's actually, if you go on the Spanish site, it's actually now set up so that basically just has a play button. They're changing this also just have a play button. So what we can do is share this very first video on the website here, basically, which is now that 3-minute video they have. So we're going to role play what we do, how we do it, and I asked Brendan to kind of help me out with this because again, what we're doing is actually sharing this 3-minute video because it explains more in 3 minutes than we could probably explain in 30 minutes. Now I might be I could probably do it quicker because of the way I talk, but if you think about it from a business standpoint, when they talk about a picture is worth 1,000 words and a video is worth 1,000 pictures, right? So what we're going to do is I'm basically going to role play with Brendan real quick and basically make sure you understand. And then we got a tool that we're using that it talks about all of this. And I'm going to share that with you, in a minute, but I want you to see how simple this is to share with people. The gal that was on the meeting, she was on this meeting today because I said, I was actually washing dishes. I texted her earlier and said, hey, are you available to talk? You just give me a call when you're available. And I was washing dishes, so she called me. I stopped washing, wiped my hands off, grabbed the phone, answered the phone, talked to her for a couple minutes, probably just a minute and a half, and said, hey, better yet, let me share a video with you. And I want you to watch this video, and then I'll call you back in like 4 minutes. If you have another 5 minutes right now? Okay, great. Here, I'm going to send this to you right now. As I said, click on it. You see it? See the video? Click on it. See how it's running. Just hit pause. And then rewind it back to the beginning, and then take off the sound, turn the sound on, and then enlarge it. You did that? Great. And then I said, press play real quick, and then I heard it come up. I go, great. So we watched that. I'll call you back in 4 minutes, right? So that's what we're going to role play with. And we're got basically the scenarios, everything from, because we run into every kind of scenario, people that are just not interested, to people that are, they're just not looking for something, to people that are interested in just the product, to people that are just interested in, obviously, maybe the product and want to buy it right away. And then we have other scenarios where people are interested from a product and a business standpoint. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run through this and I'm going to go through the scenarios. But what I'm going to do, ask Brendan to help me out with this. So it's on the cuff. It's literally, Brendan and I have not practiced this. We've not role played this. Sorry, what's that?
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff, yeah. We've not role played this, and we're just going to go through a quick scenario, and then we're going to basically show you what we do and how we do this. And then I'm going to play the video like as if he's watching it, and then what do I say afterwards? So you ready, Brendan?
Right, I'm ready.
Okay, so it's gonna be ring ring, and you say hello. Ring ring.
We're not hearing
ring
you.
ring ring. Are you gonna say hello?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Did you mute yourself?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Okay.
Word.
He's playing with me.
Right. Sorry about that. Well, I was talking. I don't know what happened there, but yes, I am ready. So anyway, how's it, Greg?
Good, Brendan. I haven't spoken with you. Well, first of all, did I catch you at a good time? You got a few minutes?
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. I'm about to head out, but yeah, can chat quickly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just real quick. So first of all, how's Michaela doing? How's everything going with life right now? Things going good?
No, very well, very well. And yourself, Greg?
Amazing. And I got to share something with you because I don't think I told you about a couple of things that have changed in my life. First and foremost, what do you know about stem cells?
I've heard some stuff about it, but I'm not that sure. I know some things.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's fine. Because for me, I didn't know very much about them. I was looking at stem cell injections. You may have heard of those, but literally they're the repair mechanism for our entire body. What happened for me is I literally found out about a stem cell activation patch. Are you familiar with a stem cell patch?
No, it sounds dangerous.
So what it is for me, I literally had a bunch of challenges, and literally what happened was for me, I had a car accident. I don't know if you knew that back in 2016, where it damaged my neck, my shoulder, my back. Later on, I had a knee injury that affected my hip. And what was crazy about this, I used this patch, and 3 days later, no issues, my knee, my hip, my shoulder, my neck, my back. It's been a game changer. So one thing I've got is if you have a couple minutes, I want to share something with you real quick. I'd like to send you a video and then just give you a call right after. It's only 3 minutes long. Give another 5 minutes real quick.
Sounds quite interesting. Okay. I can take a few minutes.
Okay, cool. So let me do this. I'm gonna send you this video. So let me text it to you. Okay, great. So you got the video. Do you see it there on the website?
All right.
Yep. And then all I'm gonna have to do is turn on the sound. Actually enlarge it, and then go run back to the beginning and just press play. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and watch that. I'm gonna call you back in like 4 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, watch this.
Well, no sound.
One discovery.
Hold on a second.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
Awesome. Ring, ring. So friends can say hello again. I say, Brendan, so what did you like most about what I just shared with you?
Hello, Greg. Wow. I think for me, just taking a look at this video for the first time, I think it's quite interesting to hear more about the patch. But, seeing how many people are excited about the lucrative business plan, to be honest, I like the product, but I am quite interested in hearing more about how I can use this as an opportunity for myself. Lucrative business plan. That sounds quite interesting. So I would love to see more information about that.
Awesome. Fantastic. I know you're heading out real quick. Now, are you and Michaela available a little bit later today or tomorrow? When's a good time to talk maybe with both of you?
Probably sometime tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the website. Well, you got the website, right? So you can scroll through and see a bunch of the information. But I'm also going to send you a quick 14-minute video that my wife and I did that kind of explains a little bit more about the product as well. So why don't you just take a look at that? Now, I've got some time. I know that you're in South Africa. We're here in the States. So I've got some time in the morning and early afternoon. If I do something at noon, which is 6 o'clock your time, would that work for both of you guys?
That sounds perfect. Just before dinner.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a Zoom link with that too. And then if something changes, let me know, because my wife and I are excited to partner with you, talk with you more about this. But we're gonna answer some questions, write some questions down, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome, man. I'll let you go now. I gotta go, but again, we'll talk tomorrow at 6 o'clock your time and rock and roll from there. So have a blessed day. We'll talk to you then. Click. So again, that's one scenario. Now that's the most ideal scenario, right?
Yes.
So thank you, Brendan, and again, we do have other people that'll be, what about this, what about that? So we're gonna do another scenario where maybe he's just interested from a product standpoint. So he's interested, say, hey, I'm interested I'm not really interested in business, but if I can get the product, can I get the product? How does that work? So it's be the same thing. So we're gonna go through the same thing again. And we're gonna act as if, once again, I went through the same information, I send the video, and now I come back, and now Brendan's just gonna do that, and you can kind of see how we interact with that one, okay? So ring back. Say, hey, Brendan, you just saw the video. So what did you like most about the video you saw?
It was very interesting about the product. It looked, like hearing a lot of information about it is quite interesting. But the business side of it, I don't know. Hopefully it's not like one of those.
Yeah. Well, I can understand, because once again, for us, we're the same way. I looked at it from a product standpoint. The one thing I would say is keep open-minded from a business standpoint, because you probably know a lot of people that have some challenges, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so what I would suggest is just try the product. It's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what I would like you to do is have you take a look at some of the more information, but the best way to take a look at the information is to wear the patch. So this is something you'd want to try, correct?
If it works.
Yeah, Yeah, that's right. So what happens is my goal is to help you experience this because for me, like I said, within 3 days, and I can't guarantee it might take 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. I don't know how long it's going to take, but for you, you want to do at least a 90-day run because 90% of the people experience basically 97% of the people notice a significant difference within 90 days. 97%. You might be a 3%er, but I doubt it. You're probably going to experience something. For me, it took a few days. It might take you weeks or months. But does that kind of make sense?
Well, I hope for me it works.
Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a form, and I'd send them the form normally. I'd send them the form for this and I'd explain the three different options. And then I say, which option do you think would be best for you? Right? And then basically he's going to say something like the core. That one sounds fine, right? And so
I just want to try it, Greg. I'll just take the core pay.
Okay, perfect, great. And then I'll say, great. I've got the form right in my lap. So once again, I got your name, I got your phone number. I think is your email Brendan blah blah blah, and I go through it and I say, okay, what's the best address for you? And I'll start filling it out. I'll just lead them down that path, right? So again, if someone's interested in trying the product, now if he balks a little bit at it, then I'm going to ask him to basically take a look at the information, and then we'll set up another time to do that. So that'd be scenario number 3. So if he says, so Brandon, if you say, well, can I just get some more information? So just say that real quick.
Look, Greg, I don't have time for a meeting, tomorrow. It's a very busy week, we're just very, very busy. And maybe I should be more productive. But I think I should maybe just take a look at some more information first.
Perfect. Let's do this. So you've got the website. So underneath that video, there's 3 other really good videos, and the 4th video down, but also there's a patent, there's other information, but I'm also going to send you a 14-minute video that my wife and I put together a few months ago just to make it easy within 14 minutes. So if I send that video to you, do you think you'd be able to watch that video and maybe a couple of the other 2 to 3 minute videos this week?
Yeah, I think I'll find 15 minutes somewhere.
Okay, cool. So what I was saying, so because I'd rather do it sooner than later. Do you have time anytime later this week, maybe on Thursday or Friday? Just for another 10-minute call real quick?
Maybe Thursday.
Okay, good. So is it better for you in the morning or the early afternoon? What time works best for you? I don't know. I'm just busy. Okay, so if we just put down time, because I'm busy too. Trust me, I'm productive. I'm not busy. So, but if we're sorry, I just said that. So why don't we do this? Let's put down, if we do something again at like 8 o'clock my time, which is going to be, what is that, 2 o'clock your time? Is that right? So does that work for you?
That sounds good.
Cool. I'll send you the Zoom link, and then we can talk from there, and I can go over some more details. Or just we'll do either WhatsApp call or a Zoom. Which whether do a WhatsApp call or is a Zoom okay?
WhatsApp.
Okay, cool. So I'll give you a WhatsApp call at 2 o'clock. Boom. And then I'll basically send them the form, send the video, and make sure to say, hey, just a reminder, go through these couple different things, right? So now those are different scenarios you're going to run into. And now, Linda, you got your hand up. We'll get to you in one minute. So again, the part to this that I want you to understand is just, again, it's brief with belief. If he starts asking a lot of questions, what about this? What about that? I would say that's a great question. What I would suggest is I'd like for you to take a look at the information, and better yet, let me see if I can get the person I'm working with, my business partner, on the line. Are you available the next day or two? What does your schedule look like? And maybe I can get them on the line also, because they can answer questions. So you could say, I want to get Greg and Ben on the line, or I want to get Brendan on the line, or I'm going to get Linda on the line, or whoever the person that you're working with, get them on the line. So we're going to do one more scenario. The one more scenario is Brendan's not interested. He saw the video, but he's just like, not for me whatsoever. So Brendan, like I said, we haven't role played this, but again, so ring, hello. Hey, Brendan, hey, you saw the video, right?
Yes.
What'd you like most about the video?
Okay, disclaimer, this is very hard for me to say this next part.
It's true.
I don't know. It just really seems like a whole bunch of nonsense. Very, very good marketing, and I don't think there's actually much science behind it. And the fact that it's MLM, I don't know. I think it's just a scam. So I don't think it's for me. Thanks, Greg. Boom.
Okay. If he just hung up on me, that's fine. And then if he gave me a minute to talk, all I would say is, hey, no problem. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time today. I look forward to catching up with you soon. Hey, do you mind if I just follow up with you in 6 months to give you an update? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. I've never had anybody say no. Most people are like, okay, and then I put them in the calendar 6 months from now. Chances are, if you know that person, they're going to talk to you before you talk to them in 6 months. But I'm like, next. Thank you very much, Brendan. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not gonna say, oh, well, wait, there's more. Let me tell you about what happened and we're making good money. No, they're not open right now, right? And if that's the case, next. He's on my list. Check, little line through the name. I don't take a black marker through it. I just put a line through it because we've had people that we talked to 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago that are now part of our team today because we just followed up with them. So Brendan, thank you for participating. Hopefully that's helpful. Linda, do you have a question? Because then I'm going to share a little bit more. So Linda, if you want to mute yourself, I know your hand's been raised for a while, so I apologize. And Linda, if you're not available right now to talk, that's fine.
Yes, I am available. I have I'm just wondering something. I just wanted to reflect something. So if somebody is only interested in the product, you know, and sometimes people are hesitant. So what I see in my reality is that people are actually not wanting to try the product even when they see results. But what if we would offer the option, like as a preferred customer, you get 90 days money back guarantee, plus that if you continue as a preferred customer, you get free product. And there is a button coming. I heard like that you can convert much more easier as a preferred customer to a brand partner. So I think it would be very interesting for people to hear that they can actually use a product 89 days risk-free, you know. So would that maybe also be an option that we can choose for?
Now we do, but honestly, we have what? 5 preferred customers maybe?
Yeah.
And because we do, well, there's 2 different parts of this. One is that we want to give people the opportunity as a brand partner, but yes, you can. So, but go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with switching to giving them the option to be a customer, especially, you know, like you said, some of them may convert to be a brand partner, and it is quite simple for them to do so. So no problem with that. However, we don't start with that option. We never offer the option unless it's
like a last resort.
Necessary to talk about it in the conversation. So you know, if Brendan had said something like, it's not for me, however, you know, my mother has some challenges, what, you know, how can we help her? We would have said, hey, you know what, maybe let's have a conversation with your mother, and there is an option for you to get the product as a customer, allow your mom to use it, and if your mother has a great experience and she wants to start sharing, then, you know, we can talk to her about the opportunity to be a brand partner. So there, you know, there is a way to swing it in. But, and so quite correct, Linda, but we don't start with that as the, you know, we don't go in there and say, hey, by the way, you can get it as a customer or you can get a call. We start with the packages first, and and then we go down to last resort being offering them opportunity to be a customer, or we don't even offer it, you know, unless it comes up in conversation.
Yeah, and so my always thing is that would you rather pay?
Sorry, but can I tap into that a little bit? Like, because I have a team member that I enrolled as a brand partner, but she, the thing is now that person doesn't want to continue because she cannot, you know, afford the product, and she is very hesitant to share, and so she has to stop. And I feel like that if I would have enrolled her as a preferred customer, that they would actually have tried the full 3 months, because then they have always that guarantee of getting their money back, and that would, you know, how do you say that? Yeah, encourage them to use the full 3 months. You understand what I mean?
Absolutely.
That we. So I'm just a little bit juggling with that, like as in, because now she's going to drop away as a brand partner, and and from a service standpoint, I would love to have seen them to use the product at least 3 months, because then they have that conviction. You know, some people do not, even though they see the most incredible stories and the patent information and everything, they have this block that they cannot share unless they have their own testimonial. So that's why I'm thinking,
and I understand
like,
that.
can we do something with preferred customer?
Mm-hmm.
Because then people at least are using the 3 full months, so to speak.
Yeah, so two different parts to that. The very first thing is, let me pull this up real quick.
So
go ahead. Sorry.
So while Greg's looking for that, I understand what you're saying, and if she only purchased 1 month's supply and she hasn't used the full 90 days, like she never purchased a core, from what I'm understanding, I would.
Yeah, she did. She upgraded even. She upgraded
she
to
upgrade?
advanced, and but she totally lost. But and that is something.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her coming in as a customer at some point in time. But I mean, we never know what's going to happen with people. Like, we just go out there. It just happens that this happens to be the one person that you're experiencing this. But our whole thing is we go in, setting people up to win.
Yes.
So we talk to them about core, advanced, premium. And then if the person says to us, well, I actually don't want any of those packages, how about I try it as a customer? Well, then they come in as a customer, they get 1 month, and they have to go on a subscription, in order to get those free patches. And they have to stay in on subscription to get the free patches, and in order to have a 90-day.
And this is another training for another time. So we can go over this, Linda, with you specifically for that. So I want to cover what we're doing here. And again, absolutely, there's always a room for if someone wants to become a customer, the benefits of that. The challenge that we have, and to be real honest with you, is that we earn less points. And then also, if someone converts to a brand partner after being a customer, they're put on the bottom of the tree. So what happens is that they could have had hundreds of people underneath them, and that's basically helps them to actually do that if they become a brand partner. Now, I don't push a customer. Now, if someone at the very they said, well, I just want to buy this product, I'm not going to build a business, I'm only interested in that, great. I still recommend getting a core. The reason I do that is because I'm looking at a standpoint. If I got Josh in, I got Brendan in as a preferred customer, and they basically register a preferred customer, and then say 3 months down the road, they get started and they want to be a brand partner, now they're at the bottom of the tree. Now, again, I'm not going to tell them they could have had hundreds of people underneath them, but the difference on that, and we'll talk more about this on another training, is that when the way this works is we want to help people understand the value of buying it at wholesale and getting a 3-month supply. Now, again, we're not talking to people about a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'd say 30 days. Now, you want to run for 90 days. You want to do 90 days, basically because 97% of the people see results within 90 days. But at least the first 30 days, I'm going to be following up with them multiple times in the 30 days, coaching them on things that can maybe even help them to get better results. Because sometimes people are drinking purified water, and they're not drinking water with minerals in it, which you're not going to get as good of results if they have minerals and all of these other kind of things. But for the sake of what we're talking about today, because we only got a few minutes left, is that what we've created, and this is not, I didn't create this, Josh Holdaway put this together. They basically said, hey, let's make sure that, we put together a game plan, for this. And so in here, let me get out of this now. Come on. I love when this happens. It's not allowing me to get out. Hold on a second. So here we go. So now I'm going to go to, just to show you real quick. I got way too many things open. Oh my gosh, seriously. So in here, this was the website. So in here, we've created a Google Doc, which basically talks about starting a natural conversation. So we're sending this out to everybody. Basically, it has the LifeWave conversation flow that we just went through. So start a natural conversation, whether you're on the phone or in person, talk like normal. People know me that I talk fast. Again, but if I'm talking to someone who speaks slow, I did a Zoom today with someone who talked really slow. So I talked and mirrored and matched him once again, but keep light and friendly for the first 30 seconds, but I only have a little bit of time and I want to share something with you really big. The key question is what do you know about stem cells? And let them answer, whether they know a lot or a little or whatever. And then share a simple fact. I don't know if you knew this, but you basically at the age of 30, you have about half the stem cell activity you have when you're 60. Basically you have hardly any when you're 6 years old and 8 left. That's why we look and feel the way that we age. And then ask them, what type of aging issues are you dealing with? These are some things you can ask people specifically about that. Let them answer. And then share a story about yourself. I shared my story. Use my story, use your own story, whatever it is is that happened for you. So once again, have it your own story. Then the next thing is send them the 3-minute video. Tell you what, I'm going to text you a website. Watch the 3-minute video, and then I'll call you back in 5 minutes. Now, what it is basically, and I'm going to lead them onto that. Now, I may stay on the phone with them. Say, tell you what, watch this video. I'm going to stay on the phone with you, and I want to answer some questions, but please watch this real quick. So once they get on the video, they press play. I'm going to put myself on mute and listen. Now, yesterday or Saturday, when I did the one lady, I went back to cleaning the dishes, everything else, and I said, hey, Sarah, set timer for 5 minutes. And then I called her. The timer went off. I called her back in 5 minutes and said, so what'd you like most about the video? She goes, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I didn't realize that you had a team behind this and everything else and whatever. So again, with the follow-up minute, then we can also then send them, like I said, the website to watch the first video. The follow-up question, what did you like best about what you just watched? Right? And then there's scenarios. No, not for me. I'm interested in the technology, but only, I'm interested in technology, but want more information. Another scenario is going to be, I want to try the product, not the business yet. And one thing is you can say, hey, there's a lot of people that were just interested in the product. That was like me. I was just want to try the product and wow, it worked for me. And then I started thinking of people that I know. So be open, once again, to be open to the opportunity, to see if it's maybe down the road. Scenario 4 is, I like the video. What do you like more, the technology, the business, or both? So again, you're going to want to go through these different things. And option 1 is, hey, we can get you started right away. Let's get you started. Option 2 is, hey, we can send you to a Zoom, right? I'm not going to go through all these right now because we only got a couple minutes left, but all these different things. And then once again, the same thing as far as you can get them onto a live Zoom. You can get them, I got the links in here for the Steve and Gina Merritt's 15-minute, our 10-minute, or our 14-minute. There's a 10-minute one by Brooke Robinson that you can share with them, whatever you feel is most suited for them. Show the business yourself. You can download basically at team.com, downloads, and download the opportunity to share it, or you can have a quick Zoom with the person you're working with, right? Your team. But then key reminders. The 3-minute video does all the heavy lifting. Don't oversell it. Same thing if someone's not interested. Don't be like, but wait. You don't need any one person. Just know, okay, great. They're not looking right now. No big deal. At least you offered it to them. They can't say, well, why didn't you talk to me about this, right? Always ask questions and listen more than you talk, right? Listen to what they say. Speed matters. So this is something that when you talk about things, following up with the Zoom, following up to help people move forward, and then own this business, lean on the upline when needed, but start running with it by yourself. Follow this format, role play with people, get used to doing something like this. This is just another tool that we can use. And again, it can set up very easily to do that. Now, after you do it a few times, the first few times it's like, this is kind of weird. I feel like I'm cramming a video down someone's throat. No, if they have time, if they don't have time, then set up a time. I just don't want you blasting the video out to people. So don't put that on social media. Like Steve said, don't put this on social media. Don't be putting, stuff on here that basically when you're sharing with people about how this, came across the greatest thing in the world. Watch this video and call me. No, don't do that. This is not meant for that. This is meant to be one-on-one, talking to people about it, have them get a bigger picture, and then have them watch the other videos so they get a bigger picture. So hopefully that makes sense. But all the other scenarios we can talk about, like what Linda was talking about, yes, you can take advantage of all these different options that people have, and you want to make it the best option for them. We want to basically set them up for success. And we know that Steve and Gina said the same thing. They don't push the customer. They don't talk about that. They talk about becoming a brand partner. And I tell people, hey, in order to get this wholesale, whether you want to do something from a business or not, great, you can do that. And then what happens is gives them the option to that. But we can, like I said, we can talk to you more specifically about that scenario because everybody is a little different. And that's the key to coaching and mentorship is working with each of these different scenarios because everybody comes up with different things.
Yeah, maybe what you could do is get them on the phone with us as well, so we can talk with them
and look what options are
and
available.
Just see how we can best resolve that for them.
Yeah, and the one thing that I love is the one gal. We're done in 1 minute, but the gal that's from Texas. What is her name again? I keep forgetting her name.
Texas.
The gal 600.
Oh, Penny.
So Penny, all she did when you watch her talk, all she did was get Joe Navarro on the phone. They just did three-way calls. That's how she went SPD. She just got Joe on the phone. Joe was so fired up, and then she started going, I can do this, and literally started exploding. She's almost an elite SPD. So when you understand, utilize the team, utilize what we're doing here. because this is, again, we're not shifting and we're not changing anything. We're just tapping into a video.
But the other
within
thing
3 minutes
is,
explains
when
more.
you know, if you listen to Mike and Saeed, and even Steve, you know, utilizing your team or utilizing your upline, you got to be wise about that,
Yes.
because you know, it's out of respect for the time of your upline and out of respect for your own time. You know, you're not just going to get Joe Soap on there who all he wants to do is try the products and like maybe it's going to work. If he is the kind of person who has a network, he's going to be a strong player. He's very excited. You'll get your upline on the phone. But if it's just your, you know, somebody who's, I'm just going to try it, you know, just out of respect for your sponsor, for the person that has signed you in, you want to make sure you respect their time as well. And that came out very strongly by Mike Hernandez. You know, he says, I don't even talk to anybody. And I mean, we talk to everybody, even if they're going to be a customer. But Mike Hernandez says, if they're not interested in building the business, he tells them, hey, whoever's on his team, give them this is it info, let them take a look at the product, and if they want the product only, sign them up. He doesn't speak to anybody for his downline who doesn't want to build the business. That's just Mike's personality. But because he's focused on getting people out of debt, he's focused on getting people free. And time for him is very, very precious.
And we're out of time now, so we're going to finish in prayer. But the one thing that we tell the same thing is be respectful of people that are working with you. And I mean, this is a bad term, but I said, don't bring me thumbsuckers. People that basically aren't ambitious, don't want to do anything. And I'll answer 2 questions from them, and I'll realize, hey, honestly, it doesn't look like this is right for you. And I don't want to take that person away from you. I want to make sure if someone is interested from a business standpoint, we want to talk with the people, because what we're trying to do is reach 1 billion households, right? We're trying to get millions of people on the team. And again, we're looking for everybody. We want to help as many people as possible. But the number one thing we want to do is we want to help people that want to grow. And that's where level we're at right now. We want to help people grow. We're going to work with everybody, but we only have a limited amount of time we work with everybody. And again, we want to help everybody succeed. So if someone's brand new, we'll talk to everybody, but we're going to say, who are the most ambitious people that you know, the most successful people you know, so we can talk to them, because that's going to help you grow the fastest, right? Because even if they're not interested, they'll refer people that'll be interested. We've had that happen all the time, and I can tell you tons of stories. So anyway, so hopefully it's helpful. This has been recorded. You want to share it with your team. I'm going to be sharing the Google Doc. So when I do the video, I'm going to actually attach the Google Doc link in there under the video. So you'll be able to, when you click on the video, watch it, you can go into the notes in there, and then we're also going to send it out to everybody here. So besides it, you want to close in prayer real quick? And if you got to go,
how do we get the Google Doc?
Yeah, I'm going to be sending it to you through the next level link for the people on our team. You're going to want to get it from your team who's that. And then also, when you go to my channel, Greg Warmbier, you'll see this next level training, business basics, and you go in the notes in YouTube, it's going to be there as well for the Google Doc that's right in there as well. But we're going to be sending it out to everybody.
And Becky, get with the person who sponsored you, because Becky asked for the number. So if you get with the person who sponsored you and whatever help you need, they can put you in touch with us. Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
So if you want to finish prayer, we'll stay on for a few more minutes. Who wants to stay on? We'll stick on for just a couple more minutes to answer any other questions, but go ahead, Mena.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time that we can share, Lord. Thank you for all the people that did share. Thank you for those who are engaged, and Lord, who see the potential of what we have in our hands, that it is a blessing to a lot of people. A lot of people are being blessed by it, both for their health as well as for financial benefit. And an increase in finances is not a bad thing. It's actually an opportunity to bless a lot of people that are hurting right now. So Father, we are grateful for this opportunity. We're grateful for David Schmidt, Lord, who is innovating and just looking at ways and means to bless us as partners. We're also grateful for our team, Lord God, for every single person that is present here and their team, Lord God, the people that couldn't be present. So Father, we thank you for this time. We pray that it is well spent and that everybody has learned something off of this, and that they have the courage, Lord God, to talk to that next person. So we thank you, Father, for wisdom in moving forward for every single one of us. And we give you glory and honor and praise for this. And we ask this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Awesome. So if you got to go, please jump on or jump off, but we'll stick on for a few more minutes because I know there's some questions regarding this. So we had also a lot of other things in here. Yeah. So, but again, this is a tool. Utilize this 3-minute thing as well. But if you got some questions, raise your hand on the thing, or if you don't know how to raise your hand virtually, raise your hand on there. And then there we go. Yeah, Lynn is praying. So yeah, so let's. I mean, I'm honestly, we're very excited about everything that's going on, and we're going to leverage every tool we have to help as many people become as successful as possible. Because I mean, you could basically, like they talk about, they said if someone basically didn't even know what to say, they could say, hey, can you watch this video and I'll call you back in 5 minutes. That's it. Now, hopefully that you want to preempt it ahead of time, but I'm just saying, just that alone, you'll find people that are interested. So anybody have any questions while we're still on for the last few minutes? Johan, I see you raising your hand. Yes. So if you want to mute yourself real quick. I can see everybody, so.
All right. Okay. Hi, Greg Amena and everyone else. Good evening, good day, good afternoon. Yeah. All right. So first of all, to you and Brendan, thank you for all the effort you put in. The question I want to raise, and that's something that came up now while I was busy watching Friday's virtual meeting at the conference. So you're supposed to create a hot list, all right? For many years, I was working alone 12 hours a day all by myself in an office. All right? So my problem was I never created a network. My siblings, I was never able to connect with them due to distance and circumstances. So I had hardly any friends, and I didn't have a network. My question is, all right, how to reach out the best possible way to create a network if you don't have a hot network available.
Yep. So most people, and I tell them, if you go on your phone, most people have hundreds of names. Some people have thousands of names in their phone. There's people that you've connected with over all the years. Now, a lot of people think that, and that's a great question, Johan, because again, a lot of people say, well, who do I talk to? People that know you, people that like you, people that trust you. That's the most ideal, though. That's the top people that you want to talk to. So, and then from there, getting yourself in a position to basically meet more people. Because there's different places, there's different clubs, different things that people have hobbies with. There's networking groups. Every place around the world now that uses networks. There's online networks you can tie in with. So of course, we're all part of BNI, or a lot of us are, I'm thinking you, Brendan, and Johan, we're part of BNI. So we've utilized BNI and actually tapped into that network internationally. Now, some people say, well, what's Business Networking International? Well, we can talk more about that another time. But there's other things. There's local chamber meetings. There's local, they got through Alignable and through all these different other social networks. Who do you know on Facebook? Who do you know on LinkedIn? Who do you know on these different ones?
Who do you go to church with?
Who do you go to church with?
Do you go to the gym? Who do you know at the gym? So look at all the different places that you go. And as you're out at the store or the pharmacy or, there's people that you meet at your daughter's school. There's other parents that are there, the coach, your daughter's coach, whatever, just daily life activities. Jot down the names of all the people that you encounter on a daily basis. And that's where you start. And then you add people to your list, So look at Penny. She lives on a huge ranch. She doesn't see people every day. And her town has like 600 people. And she hit SPD in 6 months. Just because Joe Navarro encouraged her to make a list, and she put everybody on that list, the people that she knew. Okay, I think she made, they went through 175 names, but she also did utilize social media where she posted something. She posted her own testimony. She wasn't weird. We told people, don't be weird.
DBW, don't be weird.
She posted her testimony. She didn't say X39. She didn't say LifeWave. She just said, I'm using this patch and these are the things that it's done for me. And people started to comment. And then you take the comments off of the Facebook page to private direct message so that you can have a conversation with each one personally. She has not even gone through all those conversations, through all the people that commented on her post. She hasn't even been in conversation with every single one because there were so many. But
Yeah.
the whole thing is, you know, she was just authentic, real, and I think we all tend to say we don't know a lot of people.
And I'm going to challenge
we
you.
do.
So one thing that I just pulled up real quick, if you go to thisisitteam.com, and then if you go over to the little drop down here, basically the three little dots here, and it goes to downloads. So you can also go to thisisatteam.com/downloads. You go to downloads and you scroll down. There's something called a memory jogger. This is brilliant. We really haven't utilized this like we should. In here, ask yourself, who do I know that have these names? Aaron, Abby, I'm just going through this, Aaron, Abby, Abraham, Adam, Addison, Adrian, and you start putting people down. Further down, it's got the different things. Who do you know that's in accounting? Who do you know that's in acting? Who does advertising? Who do you know that's in the Air Force or the Marines? Who do you know that, or any kind of military? Who do you know that's in the airline industry? Alarms. You just start going through these, and you'd be shocked at how many people know. Who cuts your hair? Who's the person that handles your phone service? Who do you know that sold you your last car? Who do you know that all these different things? And then also, who do you know who lives in these different states? Who do you know that lives in the different countries? Who do you know the different, places, different stuff? This memory jogger is brilliant. Print this off and use it. Think about all the people, but I said the first thing is go through your phone. And a lot of people, I hate to say this, are lazy. They're like, oh, well, I looked at a couple different names. No, go through the names. I mean, again, I got thousands of names in here I haven't even contacted yet. So I wanted to let you know that once again, and how do you get out in the network? Look for social clubs, look for things you're interested in. If you like the idea of sports shooting, you like the idea of sailing, like the idea of whatever, knitting, I don't care, whatever it is, there are organizations, there's teams, there's different things you can tie into. There's online things you can tie into as well. So we did this about a year ago. We talked about social networks and specific ones through Alignable, through LinkedIn, through Facebook. People that know people through Instagram and all these different places. Tap into the network you already have, and then as you're out there meeting people, like Meta said, just make a 5-minute friend. We meet people all the time, and again, I can't tell you how many people we got on our team now because of that. I know she's got to go. So anyway, so we got to wrap this up.
Bye, everyone.
Yes. So we got to wrap this up real quick. But I'll finish with one other little question. But Johan, does that hopefully make sense?
Definitely, yeah. Thank you.
Yep. So hopefully that's helpful because again, when you understand your network is your net worth. Now, if you're a hermit, this is going to be a little more difficult for you. So we're going to recommend that you get out there a little bit, meet some people, go online, connect with some people. There's Facebook groups like Meta connects with people, South Africans in America. She just signed up another person this past week with South Africans in America because of people that are from South Africa that live in America. As soon as you connect with them on a relatability thing, for me, I'm a part of a workout group called F3. So again, people that are part of F3, there's 200,000 of us across the country. Do I know them all? No, I know a handful of them. But am I going to contact people utilizing that? So all these different things. So hopefully that's helpful. But besides that, I'll stay on for 2 more minutes. If everybody's got one more question, try to be a 1 minute question and a 1 minute answer. Anybody else? And again, we can take a lot of these things offline. So if not, like I said, reach out to us. We're available. We tell people all the time what's going to happen. I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen is my goal is for each of you to find the most excited person underneath you, to help the next person, the next excited person underneath them, help the next excited person underneath them, the next excited, and we're going to create a taproot that's going to create an explosion underneath you. If people are not interested and they don't want to do anything, great. Hey, something changes, let me know. I'll follow up with you in 6 months. Is that okay if I follow up with you in 6 months? Great, sounds good. And put your calendar, put their name down 6 months from now, and 6 months from now you go, oh my gosh, I got like 1,000 times more people in my group that I had before. Let me call this person and let them know what's going on. So hopefully that makes sense. And Brendan, thank you again for your help today. I talked to him earlier this morning and said, hey, do you mind just role playing with me? We never role played what it is, but thank you for being responsive on that. But again, we want to help everybody. So Linda, get a hold of Mena and we can help you with one person specifically with that too. So besides that, love you guys, praying for you guys. Let us know how we can help you grow and we will help you do it. So God bless you. Be sure to reach out to me if you need anything. So